Hello everybody and welcome to episode 4 of Zack Plays Doki Literature Club, promising to be just as cringy, if not more cringy, than the last 3 episodes. In this episode, hopefully, we are going to keep it nice and short. And also, hopefully, I think I'm going to record 2 episodes in this sitting, so that way I can hopefully, no promises, but I'm gonna try and get the series up twice a week. I'm not gonna say what days, but I'm gonna try and make it 2 episodes every week, so that way we can get a little bit more content, because I haven't been streaming and I haven't been doing a lot of stuff on the channel because I've just been busy. We're getting close to finals, and so yeah, I'm just focusing a lot of time on school. I've been streaming like once a week and uploading like 1 little baby video a week, so hopefully I can get a little more content put out. And I said hopefully a lot in that opening. Oh well, let's get into it. I'm gonna try and make this episode the actual length, which is about 15 minutes, and I've already wasted 1 of those.
What are you saying all of a sudden?
Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Oh, I was just assuming we already did that. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thoughts.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
It's not, it's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright. I stands up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. Of course it is. She seems a little disheveled. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. It's okay. I tailored this to Yuri. So, who should I show my poem to first? Obviously Yuri, right? That's just a clear decision. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
Huh? What was that?
Huh? Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's gonna hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
Huh? That's, I guess you're right. What am I getting nervous for?
Because you read my poem and instantly discovered that you were in love with me. And now, you're a little embarrassed because you're like, well shit, I kinda already signed up to brutally murder this guy and devour him and eat him in a cannibalistic satanic ritual with these other girls. So, a little awkward now that I'm starting to get the feels for him. Well, guess what? I'm not gonna let myself be brutally murdered and eaten in a cannibalistic satanic ritual, okay? That's not where my story ends, motherfucker. Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Wow, dude. Yeah, you're right. I tailored it to be specifically for you. Okay, that was the whole thing. I didn't care about a prompt or anything. I just cared that you would like it, okay? You don't gotta tear me down like that. Jesus Christ. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
I mean, of course, it's not something that you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh man, alright. I think this is gonna be good to read in British voice, you know? Seems like a narrator kind of thing. Ghost, under the lights. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight, to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Okay. Sounds like a poem. I don't know. I'm no literature major. I'm a science major, so all of this expressiveness and blah 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 kind of makes me a little sick, to be honest. But you know, I'm more of a straightforward kind of guy.
I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting.
It was very difficult to read, to be fair, but that's because you wrote it in cursive, and the only purpose cursive has in all of the English language, okay, is your signature. That's literally it. You go through all those years of like sheets and sheets and sheets in elementary school of like nailing fucking cursive homework, right? I did probably 100 hours at least of cursive homework. They just kept giving me fucking sheets, and they were so boring too. It was like, do the letter A for 2 pages straight, do the letter B for 2 pages straight. It was terrible. And guess what? I don't use fucking 18 of those letters or however many that aren't in my name, that aren't in my signature. You literally only use them for your signature, and your signature could just be a fucking squiggle. Like, who's gonna call you out on it? Who's gonna say, hey, you can't have that as a signature, you're fucking squiggle? Nobody, okay? My fucking signature looks like a first grader just was practicing his cursive homework, and trying to write my name. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It takes me about 5 years to sign as well, because I'm like, oh, I have to do every letter perfectly, because they ingrained it in my head as a child that you have to have like every single letter and loop and curl perfect when you're doing cursive. In reality, I see people's signature now. It's not even fucking cursive. It's just a scribble. It's just a fucking scribble. Looks like they had a fucking seizure while they were trying to sign something, okay? Sorry about that rant. I just don't like cursive. I don't like cursive. I don't. What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Well, that's just because I'm retarded. Thanks for pointing it out that I have the fucking intellect of an orangutan. I appreciate it. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty.
Huh? That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild, something easy to digest, I suppose.
That wasn't exactly easy to digest, but it's better than like talking about organs hanging around and how much you love Satan. Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Hoo-hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Zack.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, but remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture.
Really? Are you doing more foreshadowing, Yuri? You're saying, oh man, this game has so much depth to it. I mean, when you get murdered and sacrificed to Satan, it's not just you getting murdered and sacrificed to Satan. It's really a comment on society and how we don't value literature and blah, 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 blah. Please. Please.
In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost.
This is why I'm not a literature major, by the way. I hate all this fucking symbolic and the motifs and the tone and the underlying message, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you know, you ever just think, like, maybe when someone says that they put on a red dress, it meant they put on a fucking red dress instead of like, oh, the color red symbolizes her fury and passion in the moment. Like, you know what I mean? It's like we give authors so much more credit than they're really due when in actuality we're just hyper analyzing something that somebody put out and they just were trying to describe a scene. They weren't trying to add all of these underlying messages. Man, this is 2 rants in one video. Count yourself lucky. I know. 2 for 1? That's a fucking steal of a deal, dude.
Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
Huh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nuh-uh, you fucking shit on mine. You said it looked like a beginner. Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Zack.
Oh, that's so adorable. Yeah, me too. Who should I share my poem with next? Sayuri, obviously. I mean, in the order of people I like, it goes Yuri, Sayuri, Monica, Natsuki. That's the order. Sayuri, she's fucking super adorable. She's not gonna like our poem, though.
This is a good poem, Zack. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me.
Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Oh god, I'm supposed to record 2 videos tonight? Sayori's voice just kills me, dude. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Zack. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Oh god. Kill me. Kill me. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay!
I'm dying.
Now, you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, I like her handwriting more. Oh, sorry, I did the wrong voice. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. I can read, making me rub at the sleepy from my eyes. Oh, that's so cute. It's so goddamn cute. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad, I want breakfast. Man. That's just a beautiful poem. It's beautiful, I love it, really. Not even being facetious, I thought that was adorable. I thought it was super cute. I want breakfast too, my dude. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No, just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I kind of maybe sort of forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still try my best.
Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yes, really, it really does. Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's better to skip breakfast, you know. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Dude, she's so goddamn cute. She's so fucking adorable. Little sister. You know, and she deserves all the head pats in the world. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Ah, yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Guess we're gonna go with Monica next. Oh wait, how long have we been recording? You know what? We're gonna cut it here. Because like I said, I'm a wonderful person. I want to totally not be lazy, totally not stretch out the series as long as possible so I don't have to worry about playing a new game. So that's the plan. The plan is just to stretch this out as long as physically possible. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I appreciate it. You got 2 Zack rants in one video. That's a steal of a mother fluffin' deal. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see all of you in the next video or stream Rooney. I'm gonna try my best to record another episode now. Have a good one, guys. Bye.